This is like my favorite hat in the whole world. Seriously. Have you ever asked yourself this question? What would your life look like void of fear? I know. It's deep. We're gonna get into it. For the past year, maybe year and a half, possibly 2 years, I have been focusing my attention on a new direction in my life. And that question that I just posed about fear has, for some reason or another, has been haunting me. That's a question that has constantly resurfaced. Although I believe that everything happens for a reason and timing is everything, I often wonder, why is it have I not moved in this direction of my passion in this way sooner? And what comes to mind is that it's fear. We never want to admit it, but I think that fear is one of the most underrated, underestimated diseases of our time. Yes, I've called it a disease because it causes dis-ease in our lives when we get to that certain place in our life and we look back over our life and we live in a perpetual state of regret. I don't know if you have ever experienced it or been around people who has just never reached their full potential, and in their senior years of life, they're just bitter and angry. I think that is because, and this is just my humble opinion, I think that is because that these individuals let fear guide their lives. Now, don't get me wrong, all fear is not bad fear. I believe that mainly there are two kinds of fear. There is a good fear, and then there is a bad fear. The good fear is what I call the God conscious. That is the fear that is designed to preserve your life. That is to say, for instance, if you're walking down the street and you see a dark alley, that fear comes and say, hey, don't go down there. Danger is up ahead. That's the good fear. But then there is a bad fear that to me is rooted in dark places, and it has one purpose in mind. That is to stunt your growth. That is to keep you from achieving and fulfilling your purpose. That fear is the worst kind of fear, and that fear haunts so many people and controls so many people. To me, it's kind of scary, that kind of fear. I have heard it said that fear is false evidence appearing to be real. That is dangerous on so many levels. That is deception at the highest level. So many of us are within ourselves deceived, thinking that we can't accomplish or become that thing that which God has called us to be. I believe that everybody was called to be creative. We are the only beings in the world to create something from absolutely nothing. And guess what? Your contribution is essential. What you have to offer people in this world is essential. We are slaves to fear. The bad kind of fear. The fear that is designed to snuff out your potential. So what do you do about this? I think that it's not easy, but I think it begins with first recognizing where fear, the bad kind of fear, plays a role in your life. I mean, let's take a journey. Let's look over and evaluate your life. Did you ever gain the courage to go to nursing school because ever since you were a little girl or a little boy, that's all you dreamed about was nursing people back to health? Did you ever go to law school because ever since you were a child you wanted to be a defender of justice and of people? Have you stepped out to open that hair salon because ever since you were a little girl you wanted to open your own shop? Or did you take easy route because it was just easier, because it allowed us not to face fear. It allowed us not to have to face those things that haunted us at night. I believe that if any of those things reigns true with you, I challenge you that it needs to stop now. We have got to change our course because, simply put, I just believe that the world needs our contribution. We live in a time and season where it's just, my God, I'm pretty sure that we never would have imagined that we would be here in 2020, but we are. But what will make a difference is your bravery, your courage, and your art. The thing that you can create, the thing that you can contribute to this world, to this unrest, to this darkness that is on our land right now. We need to overcome it with goodness, with love, and with creativity. Let's be creative together.